So Andrea, I saw your post yesterday, your like outside updates, where you were saying if you stayed home today, you were the only one. It's crazy, huh? Seems like, I mean, even if you go to the grocery store or if you just go out for a walk, that there are a lot of people out and about. I always think, where's everybody going? Hey, Nat, good morning. I'm ready as well. It's crazy practicing about every 12 hours or so. Feels pretty good. And I think it's conditioning the body and the mind where it's like kind of craving it. So again, we've been practicing a lot. So if your body is a little sore or you're feeling some resistance in the tightness and the soreness of your body, don't push it. Take it at your own pace. It's nice to share this space with you guys and to be on our mats and attempt to stay on our mats for an hour. I know it can be difficult when we're at home and there's other things going on around us. Hi, Berzait. Good morning. Well, I think, back to our note on time sitting still. Certainly have a hard time being patient, and we really don't do that well with, change and sitting in the unknown. Even though these are things that are prevalent and relevant to our lives every single moment, our minds have been conditioned for a different way. So, no surprise, but hopefully we can all continue to do our part and explore our practice of patience. Maybe you'll find some solace in being on your mat and a little bit of peace and rest while you're practicing. Hi, Linus. Kids are doing well. Hope the houses are doing well. General uh, plan, I think, at the start of every day is to question, if we were to do this or if we were to do that, is it going to add any more stress into the house? And if it does, then we probably shouldn't do it right. It's probably okay to let it slide or postpone if it's going to add any more stress into the house. We're all functioning a little bit differently these days. Neighborhood, I miss all the neighborhood, Billy, and everybody coming to the studio. Soon enough, we'll get there. Questions about your practice, things you're feeling in your body, go ahead and use the live chat on the YouTube. We did our first, we're going to do these on Friday afternoons at 3 o'clock, and they're called Yoga Life Live Chats. So it's anything life, it's anything yoga, and you guys can introduce topics as you did yesterday, thanks to those that joined. It's on the channel now, so you can see what we did in yesterday's hour. But basically, people presented topics or questions in the live chat, and then I just shared my expression to what was being asked. So, kind of cool, something I've wanted to do for a while. So, I'm glad that we can share it on this platform, and hopefully you find it useful in your practice on your mat and in your practice off your mat. That's the idea. blending the two. So no longer do you feel like, you know, my yoga is one thing and I feel a certain way, and then I have this life thing going on with responsibilities. Hopefully you can start to blend all of that together and let your yoga serve your life and your life serve your yoga, and feel the reciprocity in the relationship of the yoga life. Darlene, good morning. Peter, good morning. Hey, Valerie, good morning. Hey, John, good morning. Okay, we got about 8 minutes, so I think everybody's pretty much got their setup together at this point. Volume on the video nice and high so that you can hear me clearly throughout the class. And then if you'd like to complement your practice with the playlist that I'm creating every day, they're on Spotify. They're public for each day. Today's a fit class. So you can start it on Spotify when I let you know, or you can follow my live stream, which is on an app called Earbuds Music. Brian Boone, happy Saturday, pal. And those of you that have been practicing, most of you pretty regularly, if you feel like you could use a little bit more volume from my instruction, I really don't know what you're hearing. So if you feel like you could use a little bit more volume, I have some space to increase the volume on my side, but I don't want to blast you guys out. So if where we've been is okay and you're able to turn your volume up on your TVs or your devices that you're watching the video on and hear me okay, let me know. But again, if you need a little bit more volume from my side, like you're maxed out on the volume of the video on your side and you're still having a hard time hearing it, I have some room to increase that. Hi Ginger, good morning. Take care of that for you. Hi Anya, hi Brad. And remember, in your practice, the point is not that you do every single pose. The poses present a direction and the breath presents the focus. So the mind connected to the breath and the breath connected to the body, and let that take you through your experience. You really can't predetermine what that's going to look like until you actually get into the breaths. And so don't worry if you have to take a break. The greatest, I think, element of the practice and the ritual and the routine that we're in right now is to share this space, simply. Brian Rye, good morning. Do we have the kiln on today? Nice and hot. He said he had 100 degrees in his yoga space the other day practicing, which I bet felt amazing. Hi Ashley, good morning. And just to give everybody an update, we don't have any word, of course, on when we're going to be getting back into opening businesses, especially businesses like ours and fitness and yoga studios. But I've been working on our plan for to continue to keep everybody safe, and so the procedures that will follow, like we did before we closed the studio, which is a contact-free environment. So we'll keep that going, and then we'll just add on a few more things for proper physical distancing until we hear hear more. So again, we haven't heard necessarily when that is going to be, but we're putting together a safe plan and procedure so that we can all funnel back into the studio and appreciate the practice in the hot room whenever that becomes an. Hi, Allison, Ali, good morning. Frankie, happy Tuesday. Might as well be, right? And the other note for the people that are have been practicing with us from a distance, and maybe you're in another state and you're in another country, the vision is that we continue to keep the live stream class going on a daily basis, even once the studio is open again. So we're working on that. It will be able to not only include myself, but some of our other teachers as well. So you know, that may just be something that comes out of this. We were doing weekly live stream classes at the studio before this, but I think now with everybody that's been joining us from other places and people getting used to home practice, that will continue to do those on a daily basis. So stay tuned for that as well. Hi, Shara. Good morning. Hi, Hallie. Hi, Ari. Welcome back. Yes, Justin, thank you. Good morning. He says, hey, peoples of the great pause. It's a big pause. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the live stream on the Earbuds Music app. If you're playing along on Spotify, go ahead and start your playlist now. Hi, Terry. Good morning. Hi, Amy. Good morning. You can see you guys jumping on to the live stream. Hi, Emily. Gabriel, Miriam, good morning, you guys. Hi, Lauren from San Francisco. Good morning. Hi, Rosa. Lisa, good morning. Taylor, good morning. Svetlana and David, good morning, you guys. So as you're getting your volume set, hi, Lori. Hi, Stace. Go ahead and make your way onto your back, and we'll start in Shavasana. And give yourself a minute or two to get situated, get your volumes set up for your video and for your music if you're adding the music. And then make your way onto your back, please. Arms by your sides, palms facing up. And once you're on your back, let's bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall apart. And so I'll join you there in reclining butterfly pose. You know, something I've always thought was the most consistent thing about living in Los Angeles was the blue sky, and it feels like through this experience we've had. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about the weather at all. I'm just talking about the consistency of the blue sky. But we've had, you know, one day blue sky, next day clouds and rain, and so it's been more inconsistent than I can remember. And I took a vow to myself when I moved here nearly 10 years ago, and that I would never take the blue sky for granted coming from Chicago. And the bitter cold and sometimes a full week where you don't see the sun. And let your knees get heavy. You can rest your hands onto your belly now. And take a few deeper breaths. Feel your belly rise and fall. And feel the tension underneath your shoulder blades dissipate as you flatten through the upper back. And soften the muscles around your neck and through your throat. And let your eyes close here for the next 30 seconds or so. Yeah, I heard something yesterday that really resonated in regards to the current situation. And it's in context of our senior population, right? And our elders that have really laid out the path and for all of us and to exist in the world as we do today. I mean, with those folks being the most vulnerable to what's going on right now, there should be nothing more that we should be doing than making sure that they're taken care of and that they're okay and that their health can endure. And so if our actions are not considering them, right, they're the reason why we've been able to exist in the world as we have up to this point. And just as one day we will become the elders and to our children and to our grandchildren. And take your hands to your outer thighs, bring your knees back up towards each other. And so your feet are flat. And take your arms over your head, give yourself a little body stretch. Wake up with your breath, open your mouth, stretch out your jaw. Good. Let's roll onto your right side, come around, make your way into a child's pose. And take your knees about mat width apart. And bring your bum back to your heels on the slide, hands forward, and bring your forehead towards the mat. And feel your hips, any sensations in your legs and your shoulders. And in the morning practice, continue to really wake your body up with your breath. And let's get your breath going with your lips sealed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And with your next inhale, roll yourself up, come into a tabletop. And so you're consistent and you're focused in taking your breaths in through your nose and out. And keep your lips sealed, your tongue and your jaw soft. And keep your right knee where it is. And kick your left leg straight back in space. Flex the ankle, draw your toes towards your knee. And swing your left leg out to the right and then touch your toes down onto the ground. So you're off the mat with your left foot. And draw your belly in, shoulders over your wrist, and then start to slide your gaze forward. You can lift your chin a little bit. And keep the shoulders heavy away from your ears. Use your core to acknowledge balance in your body and take 3 breaths here. And feel the ground beneath your right knee. Take your gaze down. Bring your left leg back. All fours, hands and knees. Big breath in through your nose. And lips sealed as you exhale through your nose. And keep your left knee where it is. Kick your right leg straight back in space. And flex the ankle, toe to the knee. So that's going to start to wake up your quadricep. And then take your right leg out to the left. Bring your toes down onto the floor outside your mat. And use the ground, draw the belly, feel the hands, and then you can softly lift the chin, bring your gaze out in front. And take 3 breaths here, in through your nose and out. And your mind will literally warp into the moment as you continue to focus it on the breath. And then the breath to the body. Many times in the movement and your endurance, and will completely surprise you, and then you're really connecting into the prana and the life force, something beyond your intellect. And take your gaze down and bring your right knee back inside, all force. A nice big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Spread your fingers wide, curl your toes under, and lift your knees, hips up and back into a downward facing dog. You could have a little bend to your knees to start. And big toes about inner hip width distance apart. And palms down, turn your elbows in like you're drawing your forearms towards each other to broaden your upper back. And as you can feel your tailbone lift, then you can straighten your legs, rolling the heels of your feet towards the floor. You'll pick up more sensation. Take some deep breaths right into the sensations that you're feeling. And draw strength through your upper back. Come forward into a high plank, shoulders over your elbows, elbows over your wrists. You can adjust your feet back if you need to get that stack. And pull your belly in, feel your ribs. And you put more weight into your hands, turn your elbows in towards each other. And so you start to puff through the upper back. And from your low belly, elevate your hips. And then draw your inner thighs back and your heels down. You're in downward facing dog. And feel your breath support you as you inhale, come forward, back into your high plank. And firm to your hands, elbows in. And draw the belly, puff through the upper back. Feel your strength. Take an inhale. And draw your low belly and lift your hips. Inner thighs back and your heels heavy. You're in downward facing dog. And let's do one more like that. Inhale, come forward, roll out into your plank. And feel your hands dome your back. And connect to your legs, draw your low belly. And then lift your hips, inner thighs back, roll your heels down, walk your hands all the way back to your feet. And so you're at the back of your mat in a forward fold, let your head hang heavy. And rock some weight into your heels, rock some weight into your toes. And then back into your heels, and back into your toes. One more time, into the heels, back into the toes. Nice, and then set the weight into your heels, heel toe your feet together so your big toes touch. And bring your hands to your hips, slight bend to your knees, inhale, halfway rise. And as you exhale, come all the way up to stand. And feel your legs, feel your feet, bring your arms by your sides, please. And so you got all this space sitting out in front of you on your mat. And connect to your breath, feel that space inside of your body. And so you keep drawing it in and expand your mind with your practice in every pose and every stretch. Have a great one, you guys. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Bring your hands towards the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, circle the arms, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, fold in half, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine, head up. Exhale, dive, fold. Walk your hands out into a high plank. And shoulders over your elbows, elbows over your wrists. Big toes together, squeeze your inner thighs. Rock forward into your toe tips. And draw your legs and then rock back into the balls of your feet. And you do it again. Roll forward into your toe tips. And then rock back into the balls of your feet. One more time. Forward into your toe tips. And exhale back into the balls of your feet. Lift your bum. Press your heels down in your dog. And keep drawing your forearms in to keep your upper back broad. And you can always have that little bend into your knees and to elevate your tailbone if your hamstrings are tight. Hey, if not, keep your legs straight. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale your right knee to your right elbow. Breathe in, kick your right leg back. And breathe out, right knee to your left elbow. And breathe in, kick your right leg back. And breathe out, bring your knee to your nose, step your right foot in between your hands. Soften your back knee down. Untuck those toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you bring your arms up, palms face. Humble your chin, bend deep into your front leg. And take your right hand, grab the inside of your left wrist. And shoulders stay down. And then pull your left wrist towards the right, any amount. It's a lateral movement through your torso and creating more length in your left side body. Take 3 breaths into the sensation. And feel the root in your tail, the ground underneath your feet. And with your inhale, rise back to center, palms face. Exhale, bring your gaze and hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into your high plank. Inhale, shift forward to the toes. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. So you're using your legs when we make that little shift forward and connect it to your core, your upper inner thighs. Right foot down, inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick your left leg back and up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your left foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee. Untuck your back toes. Inhale, rise. Reach your arms up. And feel the length in your sides. Maintain the root in through your shoulders. And so you're not shrugging your shoulders into your ears. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. And hips stay square, and then add a side bend. Pull your wrist up and over to the left, any amount. Connect to the breath, feel the sensation. Take 3 breath cycles here. And feel the ground in your tail, the beneath your feet. And with your inhale, rise back to center, palms face. Exhale, bring your gaze and hands down. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into your high plank. Inhale, shift forward to your toe tips. Exhale, legs draw you back into your down dog, and then pedal out your dog. And put a deep bend to your right knee. Press your left heel down into the mat. And feel the breath softening the body on the exhale switch. And right leg straight, put a deep bend to your left knee. And breath softening the body, and as you exhale, straighten both legs as your heels go heavy. And ground down into your hands, lift the heels up, roll the weight into the toes. And bend your knees, exhale, 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, arms over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, weight into your heels. Inhale, circle the arms up, interlace the fingers. And release the index fingers so you have a steeple grip, tailbone down. Press your feet into the ground, pull up and over to the right side bend. And so your shoulders stay down, your hips relatively square. And squeeze your hands together, especially the pinky side of your palms. And to broaden any of that stress from underneath your shoulder blades, breathe into it. And feel the legs, inhale, rise back to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. And pinky side of your palms will engage your tricep muscles and the back of your arms. And keep the ribs in, tailbone down, and feel the length out of your low back as you commit focus to your feet. And keep softening your body with your breath. As you inhale, rise back to center, open the palms so they face. Exhale, bend your legs, keep your heels heavy, and draw your bum back, and then sit down. And use the awareness of your breath and connect to the strength in your thighs, and reach through your fingertips wide. 3 inhales, 3 exhales here in your chair. And enjoy all this space on your mat. Everybody inhale, rise, stand up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, head up. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into your high plank, high push-up. And draw all the weight into your left foot. Ball of your foot, hover your right foot 6 inches off the ground. And draw your belly, exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged plank. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back. Go knee to your right wrist. Inhale, kick back. And go knee to your left wrist. Inhale, backing up, lift your hips, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step right foot all the way through. And feel your base. Inhale, sweep the arms up, crescent warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. And back heel down. Spread the knees apart and lunge into your front leg. And feel your bum roll underneath your hips, and so that you can lengthen your side bodies, feel a little cinch. And flip the right palm. Inhale to exalt your warrior 2. Reach back. Exhale, arms back, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Exhale back, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Now stay here. Feel the outer edge of your back foot. And so you're in your lunge. Breathe into your right side body. And stay with your ground. Feel the breath spread the chest. Slowly bring your arms back. Windmill your hands down to the ground. Pivot your back heel high. Step back into a plank. Right foot down. Hover your left toe 6. You're in the ball of your right foot and versus the toe tips. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back. Exhale to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back. Left knee, left wrist. Inhale, kick back. Exhale to your right wrist. Use your back. Kick back, lift your hips. 3-legged dog. Big step, left foot all the way through. And feel your feet. Inhale, sweep, reach the arms up. And crescent warrior, not taking any of this space for granted. Breathe in. Warrior 2, back heel down. Open the expression of the lunge. As you bend into your front leg and gaze over your front wrist. The key is getting your bum to roll under, so tilting your pelvis and feel the length in your sides. Flip the palm, inhale, reverse your warrior 2. Exhale, bring your arms back, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, bring it back, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Stay here with your lunge. And ground the outer edge of your right foot. And feel the breath in your left side body. And breathe into your chest. Good job, you guys. Slowly come back, warrior 2. Windmill your hands to the mat. Pivot your back heel high. And step back into your plank pose. Bring your big toes together. Spread your fingers wide. Feel all that strength in your back. And then from your legs, go slow. Exhale, lower halfway down. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips. And come into your downward facing dog. And seal your lips, relax the tongue inside of your mouth. And bring your big toes together, lift your heels up, and bend your knees. Exhale, 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, head up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Bend your legs, sweep the ground, arms up, Utkatasana chair pose. Any less grip in your jaw, bring your hands to your heart as you breathe in. And exhale, twist, left elbow outside your right thigh. And 1 line across your forearms. And roll your right shoulder blade back into the spine. Gaze to your fingertips for space at the base of your neck. And keep your bum low. Inhale, come back to center, and then rise all the way up. Straight legs, arms reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your legs, sit back into your chair. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist, right elbow outside your left thigh. And wrap your left shoulder blade back into the spine. And compress that space. And gaze to your fingertips, space at the base of your neck. And keep your bum low, please. Inhale, come back to center. And rise up, straight legs, arms reach. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands down to the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, head up. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank. Should feel light. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Tops of the feet, inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, lift your hips and draw your belly in, downward facing dog. You work your belly to lift your hips as high as you can. And we're just going to find a little rhythm in a step switch. So you inhale, exhale, right foot in between your hands, straighten your front leg. Good. Inhale, bend your front leg. And then exhale, step back into your down dog. Cool. Take a breath in. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands and straighten your front leg. Nice. Inhale, bend that leg. And then exhale, step back into your downward dog. You need 2 more on each side. Breathe in. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, straighten the leg. And take your exhale, feel the space. And then inhale, bend your right leg. Exhale, step back into your down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, left foot forward. Good. Straighten your front leg. And stay for your exhale. Inhale, bend that leg. Exhale, step back into your dog. 1 more each side. Breathe in. Exhale, right foot forward. And straighten the leg. Stay for your exhale. Nice. Inhale, bend your leg. Exhale, step back, hips high into your dog. Take an inhale. Last one. Exhale, step, left foot forward. And straighten your front leg out. And stay for your exhale. Inhale, bend your front leg. Exhale, step back into your dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. And feet hip width apart. Hook your big toes with your peace fingers, please. And bend your knees. Get your belly onto your thighs. And flatten your back. Press your big toes down. And then go ahead and hinge deeper into the back body stretch. And feel some balance and evenness in your breath. Right, this is where we learn not taking any of it for granted. And release your toes, lift halfway as you breathe in, flat back. And as you exhale, crawl your hands forward, come back out into your high plank. And shoulders over your elbows, elbows over your wrists. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Inner edge of your left foot. Lift your bottom hip. Take your left arm up. And keep your head up. Your shoulders stacked. And lightness when you activate your core. Keep your ribs in. And you can stay right here or take your left arm over your head and reach towards the top of your mat. Nice. Inhale, left arm back up. Exhale, gaze and left hand down. Pivot back into your plank. Lift your bum into your dog. Left foot stays. Inhale, right leg up. And then exhale, big step, right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Okay, now put a generous bend to your left leg. And so you're hovering your knee like 6. And then twist. Take your right arm back. Thumbs point up. Keep your ears back. And stack your sternum, your breastplate bone over your tailbone. And you're in the ball of that back foot. And stay awake through your inner thighs. Sweep your right arm down, reach both arms up. And back heel pivots down, you're opening into warrior 2. And straighten your front leg, inhale, arms up, pivot your right toes in. Exhale, dive, bring your hands through your heart and come into a forward fold, wide-legged. And kick your heels out, turn your big toes in. And draw with your legs, turn your inner thighs back. And let your head get heavier. Nice, slow exhale, begin to straighten your arms. And halfway lift, walk your hands over to your right foot. And pivot square, come back into your lunge. Slide your right foot back 6 inches. And bring the weight into your right foot. And then lift your left leg. Take a dive, forehead into your knee. And standing splits, if your hips are coming forward, draw them back in space. And find more belly strength. And then lift your left foot even higher as you take your forehead down for 3, 2, 1. Bring your left foot down next to your right foot. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up, interlace the fingers on top. And release the index, humble your chin. And you draw your biceps back, tailbone down, belly in. And a little standing backward bend. Lift your heart. And feel your feet and use your thighs. Lift the back of your heart up and then go back. Balls of your feet, grab the mat. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Beauty. Inhale, circle the arms up. Look up for length. Exhale, dive, absorb more of that space. Inhale, lift halfway, head up. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank, high push-up. And feet hip width apart, roll to the outer edge of your left foot, inner edge of your right foot. Set the mat, and then take your right arm up, keep your head lifted. So your bottom hip is lifting, use your oblique. And take the awareness of the breath into your right side body, bring your right arm forward. And keep lifting your ribs. 3 breath cycles here. And good space for the mind. Inhale, reach your right arm up, balance. Exhale, right hand down, back into your plank. And lift your bum back into your dog. Right foot stays. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your left foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, put a generous bend to your right leg. So you're hovering your knee 6. And feel the feet and then twist. Left arm back, right arm forward. Thumbs point up. And keep your nose in line with your sternum. Slide your ears back and keep your left arm strong. And bring your left arm down, reach it through, both arms up. And pivot your back heel down, warrior two, strengthen your back leg. Nice, come up, reach your arms high, pivot your left toes in. Exhale, take a dive through your heart center and fold. And hands down. The inner thighs, keep them alive. And tailbone up, low belly in, and then you can fold deeper. Listen to the sound of your breath. And you'll pick it up pretty clearly if you keep your lips sealed. Feel your breath getting stronger, your breath getting longer. And stay open and to receive all of that into your beautiful mind. Bring your hands under your shoulders, lift halfway. And take a breath on your exhale. Walk your hands to your left foot. And pivot square so your back heel is high. Slide your left foot back 6 inches on your mat. And grab the mat with your heel. Transfer the weight. Lift your right leg up. And take a dive, forehead to your knee first. And if you notice your pelvis is coming forward, draw it back. And weight into the heel. Create some space. Use your belly. And then exhale, draw yourself down as you lift your right foot higher for 3, 2, 1. Bring your right foot next to your left foot. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet, mat width distance apart. And heels in, toes out. Bring your bum down. As heavy as it can go. Hands to your heart. Elbows connect to your inner thighs. And so your elbows stay connected to your inner thighs. And then we lift the hips and extend the arms straight through the legs. Inhale, bend the legs, lower the bum, hands to your heart. And then exhale, roll the hips up, arms through the legs straight. Inhale, lower down. The elbows never leave the inner thighs. Exhale. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squat. Stay with me. Exhale, fold. We got 5 more. Feel your feet. Inhale, use your quads. Exhale as you release the hip flexors. Inhale, last 4. You can do it. Exhale, fold. Inhale, last 3. Exhale, fold. Inhale, last 2. Exhale, fold. Check it out. Inhale, last 1. Exhale, fold. Your thighs are turned on. Inhale, squat. Keep your bum down. Reach your arms forward and then up. And press the weight into your heels and slowly rise for 10, 9, tailbone down, pinky toe side edges of your feet. And reach your arms, legs straight, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And keep your eyes open. Feel that heartbeat in your chest. Awesome. Place your hands on your hips. Look down. Turn your right toes in. And turn your left toes in. Heel toe your feet together. Big toes touch. Arms by your sides. Tadasana. Let's go. Inhale, arms up. Look up. Exhale, dive. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, head up. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank. You're going to skip the up dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, yogi push-up, elbows to your ribs. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, lift your bum to your down dog. Come down to your right elbow. Come down to your left elbow. And keep your shoulders away from your ears. Walk your feet in, pike your hips up, any amount. And keep your fingertips spread in dolphin. And then hover your right toes. Bring your right knee towards your right shoulder. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale to your right shoulder. 1 more, kick back. Right knee to your right shoulder. And step back into your dolphin. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to your left shoulder. Inhale, kick back. Exhale to your left shoulder. 1 more, kick back. Left knee, left shoulder. And step back to your dolphin. Walk your feet back, you're in forearm plank. Look between your thumbs, one line from your heels to your hips to your armpits for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to your left hand, come up to your right hand. Exhale takes you back into your down dog, little bend to your knees. And set your feet a little bit wider. And slow down this breath, feel the exhale. Nice, go slowly and start to walk your feet towards your hands. Come to the top of your mat. And keep your feet about hip width. Little bend to your knees, drop your head, use your belly, and begin to roll up one vertebra at a time. And keep breathing as you rise. Feel your hips. And feel your back. And feel your spine, shoulders away from your ears. In mountain pose, proud position through your chest. In balance, you're welcome to close your eyes. 3 breaths here. At the end of this exhale, really notice the space and open your eyes back into the room. And weight into your heels. Inhale, slowly reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your right arm under your left arm for eagle arms. And you can wrap your elbows, forearms into your wrists. And put a bend to your knees and cross your right leg over your left leg. And so you're favoring the left side of your mat. And shoulders remain over your hips, tailbone down. And use your belly to support balance. And the deeper you breathe and the more you draw your forearms together, you're going to feel that widening across your upper back. And keep your eagle arms. Stand up, lift your right knee in front. And then step down to a broad base so your feet are hip width apart. Inhale, release the arms, reach them back up towards the sky. Exhale the weight into your right foot, hover your left knee in front of your chest. And spread your fingers, arms alive, take an inhale. And exhale, kick your left leg back, bring your arms by your sides, toppling tree. Anything from a micro bend to your right knee for tightness in the hamstring. And to keep your hips square. And chest proud, shoulders away from your ears. You make this inhale longer than your last. In balance, bring your hands to your hips, step your left foot back 3 to 4 feet. And heel down, left toes turned out, straighten your front leg. Inhale, roll your heart, gaze up. Exhale, hips back as you hinge. Okay, come halfway down, flat back. Right thigh turned on, so that's the gas pedal. That's the ball of your front foot. And take your left fingertips down onto the ground. If you need more support, use your water bottle or a block. And then go ahead and take your right arm up. If that's too much in your outer hips, keep your right hand on your low back. And keep your gaze down. And draw the weight into your back heel. And then accelerate your breath into your heart. You building a complete expression through your body is taking one breath at a time. That's it. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Feel the relationship to this breath right now. If your right arm is up, everybody gaze and right hand down. You pivot on your back toes and then step your left foot up to meet your right foot. Inhale, lift halfway to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep to reach, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring your left arm underneath your right arm, eagle arms, wrap. Bend your knees, keep your chest proud. And wrap your left leg over your right thigh so you have a full eagle pose, Garudasana. Focus. Embrace the hug of the inner thighs, the squeeze of the forearms, and feel your breath broadening and widening across your upper back. Keep your eagle arms as you inhale, rise, lift your left knee in front. Exhale, left foot down, broad base, feel your feet. Inhale, release the arms, reach them up towards the ceiling. Exhale, weight into your left heel, draw your right knee up in front of you. And spread your fingertips, breathe in, stay tall. And exhale, slowly kick your right leg back. And swing your arms by your sides in toppling tree. It's a modified warrior 3. You can micro bend your left knee. And that'll help keep you in your core versus gripping this pose in your outer hips. And chest proud, shoulders away from your ears. It's so good for our mental health, everybody, to work these balancing poses on one leg. You don't judge it if you fall out, just take a breath and come back in. A big step, right foot back, hands to your hips. And straighten your front leg. So your back toes are out on a 45. And chest proud, inhale, roll your gaze up. Exhale, hips back. Lead with your chest and come halfway down. And feel the gas in the ball of your front foot so your thigh is engaged. And your right hand comes down onto the mat, or a block, or your water bottle. And so you can keep your legs straight and back heel heavy, and then you can twist and take your left arm up if that's too much. And left hand to your low back and keep your gaze down towards the ground. You always work deep and consistent breaths first. That's how you train the mind, and to not take any of it for granted. Mindfulness as part of your existence. And take one more breath on your exhale. Bring your gaze and left hand back to the ground. And pivot on your back toes, lift the heel, and step your right foot up to meet your left foot. Inhale, lift halfway, roll your heart through. Exhale, forward fold, bend your legs, sit back into your heels, arms up, Utkatasana chair. And feel your deepest chair. Let your gaze soften down. And then draw your tailbone under, and so it's pointing to the back of your heels. And it's going to scoop your belly and sit down a little bit deeper. Yes, take an inhale and rise. Press through your feet. Come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And keep your palms here. And stand tall, open your left knee. And reach down, place your foot into your inner thigh or your inner calf for tree pose. And you're going to set your left hand on your left thigh just above your knee. And take your right arm out into a T. Internally rotate the shoulder, turn your thumb down, and bring your right arm behind your back. You can lower your chin. Okay, as you're working on the shoulders, always good. And to lower the chin on the setup. And take your right fingers to your left elbow crease. And feel your standing leg, and then bring your gaze back in front. And breathe into the right side of your chest. And feel the release of those yogi push-ups or the plank position. And the activation of your chest, your front deltoid, and your trap muscle coming down the side of your neck. And 3 breaths here in your tree. And soften the chin. Slide your right arm back out into a T. And bring both of your hands back together in front of your heart. Great balance. Turn your left knee forward. And step your left foot down next to your right. Press into your palms. Humble your chin. Take a breath in. Most of us will get that achiness and sensation from your standing leg. And feel that release as you open your right knee. And then bring your right foot to your inner thigh. Or place the foot to your inner calf. And find your breath and your balance. Take your right hand, rest it on the top of your right thigh. And take your left arm out into a T. Turn your thumb down, internally rotating the shoulder, lower the chin. And then slide your forearm behind your back, fingertips to the crease of your elbow. And standing legs strong, proud to your chest. Now you can slide your gaze back in front. And breathe into the left side of your chest. And remember, the endurance and through the relationship of prana and should surprise you. Hence, all of us waking up, and when we dedicate ourselves, commit ourselves into the breath practice first. The expansion of time will come next. You can keep breathing for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 75 minutes, eventually a 90-minute practice. And soften your chin, slide your left arm back out, and bring your hands around in front of your heart center and tree. And should feel good. Inhale, turn your right knee forward, lift it up. Exhale, bring your right foot down next to your left. Watch that all balance itself out. Release your arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up, belly in, little back bend. Exhale, dive, forward fold, bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway, lift the chin. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into your high plank. You're welcome to take a breath in plank or shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga flow. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog, go slow. Exhale, lift your hips, belly in, downward facing dog. Feel your dog, draw your inner thighs back. At the end of your next breath, bring your left knee behind your left wrist. And come down onto your shin, right knee behind your right wrist. And down to the shin. Sit back onto your heels. If you would like a little sip of water, you're welcome to take that now. Your knees set wide, your shins heavy. And then we're going to start. Take your fingertips and slide them under. There should be a little space underneath the bottom of your shin, top of your ankle. And slide your fingertips under. And then chin to your chest. And draw your hips heavy down in between your heels. Get a firm grip with your hands. And then without lifting the chin, lift up through the back of your heart. And draw your shoulders down. And keep the chin towards the chest. Close your eyes. And feel the maximum capacity. The breaths that you're able to take here right now. You're using the strength of your bicep muscles in your arms and to pull your hips down and then belly in to lift your heart up. You should feel a pocket of space in your low back. Take an inhale. And then exhale, bring your eyes back into the room. You feel your grip relax and walk your hands behind you. You can go anywhere from keeping your arms straight, hands flat, to a little tuck of the tail, and firm your belly if you recline. And come back as evenly as you can. And tailbone forward. Neutral pelvis, possibly down onto your elbows, or possibly all the way down onto your shoulders. And you resist the urge to just throw your head back. The key is to keep your shins heavy. Maybe the knees wide are going to help create a little bit more space. And you may just deepen the expression with your breath, and so exhales and might take you back a little bit deeper. Wherever you've landed, and now sit in the stillness and seal your lips, and we've got 10 breaths here. And keep your belly drawn, ribs turning in. Hands to your ankles, from your shoulders, come back to your elbows. And belly in, lift your heart, make your way back up to your hands. And from your hands, slide your knees in just a little bit. And sit upright through your spine, rest your hands onto your thighs. And close the eyes. And then take an expanded breath into your chest. Beautiful. This is the space expanding. This is tangible. We just got to let our minds go there. And with us in the flow, open your eyes, bring your hands to the mat. Okay, you might feel this achiness in your knees. Step one foot back, and then the other foot back into your down dog, modified with bent knees, and so that you can neutralize the lower third of your spine. It's like letting the back of the knees breathe. And there's a relationship from the back of the knees to your outer hips. Let's inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee outside your left wrist. In for half pigeon, lower your right knee down. And keep your arms straight, slide your right knee back. And roll your shoulders away from your ears, draw your belly in, lift up through the back of your heart. Okay, and then check this out, you guys. Take your gaze down. Okay, you're going to start to slide your left knee back, and then tuck your right knee behind your left knee so your legs are crossed, but your feet are separated as wide as you can. And keep your hands where they are, and keep separating your feet as wide as you can. Your pelvis as square as possible, and then start to take your hips back like you're going into a child's pose. And take a breath into your outer hips. And firm your hands, soft eyes, start to bring your hips forward. And when your left knee grounds, lift your right knee, step your right foot outside your right hand, top of the mat. And you slide your left knee straight back as far as you can. And then slide it back even further than you thought you could. And you can stay on your hands or come down onto your forearms. And let your hips get heavy, your right leg bend, and then your head drop in between your arms. Go passive here. And feel your body, feel your breath. Inhale, come back up to your hands if you went down. Exhale, slide your right foot back, come onto all fours. And keep your right knee down, kick your left leg straight back from tabletop like you started. Then you set your right hand flat, spread the fingers, open your left hip, curl the heel in, and then reach back in for the ankle or the shin. You ground through your right side, and then open through your front side into your left hip. And give it a kick, breathe to receive. 5, 4, 3, 2, soften the gaze, square the hips, and then release the foot and come back down, tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your knees, hips back into your last down dog. Awesome, left foot stays. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, right knee outside your right wrist, come into a single pigeon. And slide your left knee back. And tailbone down, stay on your hands, shoulders away from your ears. Belly in, lift the back of your heart and take an inhale to extend any amount. Exhale, bring your gaze down, hands stay, and start to slide your right knee back on the mat. And left knee comes to tuck behind your right knee. And so your right leg is crossed, and then separate your feet as wide as you can. And keep your hands where they are. And then slowly draw your hips back like you're going into a child's pose. The eyes soften on one spot, and you might even feel deeper, longer breaths than you've taken in quite some time. Enjoy the experience of the breath and the nothingness of your mind. Solace in that you can receive in being on your mat and having the space held, but then also in feeling that space expand inside of your body. And take it slow as you start to bring your hips forward. And when your right knee grounds, untuck your left leg, step your left foot outside your left hand. And your right foot turns down the mat and then slide it back. And when you think you've gone back as far as you can, slide your right knee back another couple inches. And you can stay on your hands if you're already feeling it, or come down onto your forearms. And hips heavy, jaw soft, let your head fall in between your arms here. There's this energetic quality of nurturing, the femininity that sits inside each of us, and to explore the passion that we have and to nurture ourselves and through this relationship of our practice. And if you went down to your forearms, start to make your way back to your hands. Slowly slide your left foot back, make your way to a tabletop. And keep your left knee down, kick your right leg straight back, just like we started. And spread your left palm into the mat. And as you open your right hip, curl the heel in and reach back in for the ankle or your shin. And ground down through your left side, broaden across your front. And then breathe into the space and through your right hip crease. And you're flowing with peace when you're connecting to your breath, and you're giving your mind something beautiful to explore. Every time you draw breath awareness into your body. And soften the gaze down. As you release your right ankle and bring yourself back onto a tabletop, all fours. Hands and knees, go ahead and walk to sit back onto your heels. As you sit, hands on your thighs, and turn the back of your hands and so that your palms face up. Feel the shoulders drop with the back of the hands on your thighs. And take the heaviness out of the breath, the constriction out of the breath. And so that you start to observe in the involuntary function of the breath, in the natural breath that is supporting you right here, right now. And please take a moment here to seal your practice in today. And whenever you're ready, you're welcome to take some water, anything to drink. And we'll go ahead and lie down onto your back. And for your final resting pose in Shavasana, please. As you release to your back, hopefully you have plenty of space around you. Spread your arms out wide, take your legs out wide, and feel where your body can release in the muscles in your bum and your legs, right, in your shoulders and your chest and your back. Engage within yourself what it means to explore the practice of not taking any of this for granted. Not our breath, not our body, not our health. No part in any way. And see what that feels like as you lie here in your final resting pose today. And we have a special guest that wants to seal the practice with us today. So please take your time. Take it slow whenever you're ready and to move on to the next thing. And I hope this practice stays with you all day. And I hope that you'll join us for our evening practice tonight at 7:30 for detox and restorative. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Happy Saturday. Namaste. You should say hi first.
Hi.
And then what are you showing? The function of the windows?
No, I'm going to show them the whole inside of the house.
Okay. You don't have to hold it. You can just talk.
Yes, we're going to start with the kitchen. So, on the fridge, there's a dish that's round for the cake to sit on.
Cool.
With pudding on top.
What kind of cake is that?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? Is that your favorite kind of cake?
Yes.
It is? I thought you liked vanilla.
And then here's the table and the milk and the oven up top.
The oven up top?
And then this is the freezer.
Great. What else?
And it also has a window that opens with a milk right there sitting on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Then here we have the table. And then let's flip it right around. Oops. We can get to the outer rooms where they hang out.
Okay.
So here's the living room. I changed the couch. Here's the mommy's bed and the daddy's bed. And then we get to, I have to take this off so I can have that. One.
I'm just moving some things around, moving the beds around.
Those are the two beds.
Okay.
And this is the couch. Two beds. And the teddy bear was sitting on the couch.
Great.
And a drawer that opens. A teapot, a guitar, some living room things. And then here's the girls' room. We have a pet parlor. Her dog sleeps with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's her bed. And then we have some shouting. I forgot that there is some shouting. And then here's the bathroom, a toilet that opens and closes. And I used some different blocks.
You did.
And here is
color.
the sink. And then that's some bath toys.
Mm-hmm.
And a whale and a bathtub and some windows and some few doors and a few windows.
That's incredible. I like what you did, and you flipped the bottom and the top, right? Did you design that yourself?
Yes, and there's not much because we have to cover those because it's not much when we take it off and not much move it around, or the paw prints taking the door, or not moving the door anywhere around because we don't want anything to happen.
Hey, Benjamin, Quinn wants to know, where did you get this from? Where did you get this Duplo house from?
From Amazon.
From Amazon?
Yes.
Can you send him a link?
And then we don't want the pee-pee to explode out on our faces.
No.
But I hope it doesn't happen because the girl just went potty and I don't know what happened because not much on the sink because you can't see the sink very well because the bathtub, I don't usually have a Duplo bathtub. And I have a toilet, but this one didn't come with toilet paper.
Well, that seems to be a shortage right now in the world. There's not much toilet paper out there.
No.
No?
And it's not much on these because we can't see the things because can't see these things when it's covered by this because we don't know how much the teddy bear can be in there or be on the roof and maybe, but we don't know how much we're doing because I don't know how many because how many from the how many's on the 20 and 5s because we know what we're doing because we don't know what they're doing because they're doing the things or whatever we're doing.
Whatever.
Just what we're doing with this cake, just wherever we're doing, we're just having duty and just walking around. It's just that not much on the fake ones. We don't know of the walls are hard, but they are hard. So anyways, we don't know why the Decembers are on the Decembers.
Right.
Because
the Decembers, okay.
And on the Decembers, it can be really funny when there was a real sink in a kid's bedroom. And it's not most to the teddy bear in the living room on the couch, but a cute little guitar is right.
You want to show them the guitar? Who's your favorite character that plays the guitar?
The daddy.
What about Coco?
Coco.
Does Coco play the guitar?
Miguel.
Oh, Miguel. Right.
And Hector.
And Hector. Maybe we can show them Miguel and Hector tomorrow. All right, let's sign off. Let's say see you tomorrow.
I need to show them a couple more things.
Oh, a couple more things? Okay, what else?
So, in the sanctity was in these, and just the guitar fell out, because we did the guitars on the roof, because that would be terrible of our guitar was on the roof, was on Lori's roof, because that's our roof.
That's our roof. Lori's on top, and then our roof, and then it's all our roofs on top, right?
Yes, we have a big house. We have a big house just like this one.
Yeah, big. Tall, huh?
Yeah. And we never saw them because if we put our guitars in the bath, it won't be able to play music.
No, if you put it in the bathtub, it won't play music, will it?
No.
Oh, you have a comment here. It says, Paul is listening very intently. You know Simone and Paul? Paul's listening to everything that you're saying. Would you like to say anything to him?
Yes, but first, the Evers compartment.
Oops.
And every
I'm going to have to turn it off now. You want to say goodbye? Not too close.
and compartments on these, and the milk, and there's a lot of drawers, and I don't know why, because things or anything. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.